Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, my name is Kayla, and here we love to talk about all things luxury and high-end makeup and beauty. So today we're going to be talking about the new Rose Inc Skin Enhance Luminous Tinted Serum. That's a mouthful, I know. I have it here in the lightest shade. I am going to do an application. I also have the concealer to show you. So I'm going to apply that as well, let you know my thoughts. So if that's something that you're interested in seeing, then just keep watching. Okay, so I have the new Rose Inc Skin Enhance Luminous Tinted Serum. That's a mouthful. This is my first product that I've tried from Rose Inc. I am so excited. I've really been wanting to try it, but when this came out, I was like, okay, it's time to just go ahead and try it out. With my purchase, I got a sample of the concealer as well as 3 of the blush shades. So I am going to be using, well, not all 3, but one of the blush shades today as well as this concealer, because I've heard mixed reviews. Like, some people really love it. Some people don't love it so much. So I'm glad that I'm able to try it out. Anyways, I digress. This is the new serum foundation that she has. So what it says, okay, as you can see, it's got these like little pigment bubbles in it. It says to pump onto the back of your hand, mix with a foundation brush to activate micro encapsulated pigment spheres, and then blend onto the face. So what I'm gonna do, oh gosh, it's so hard for me. I wanna shake it, but it obviously doesn't need to be shaken. So I'm gonna pump it onto the back of my hand. It's just a regular pump. It's one of those, oh shoot, I forget what they're called. An air pump, airless pump. I'll pop the name right here. I think that these are gonna be refillable just by looking at the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump some on the back of my hand. My extremely dry, oh, it came out quick. I'm surprised. My extremely dry hands. Okay, so it's very liquidy, as you can see. It comes out and it's like, you can see the little pigment in there. Oh, I feel it dripping down my hand. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna go ahead and blend it on the back of my hand like this. Is this working? Okay, it's kind of working, but like kind of not. I don't want it to all absorb into my hand. Okay, that's strange. This is what it is on the back of my hand. I don't know. We're just gonna put it on my face. I'm a little hesitant about this. I don't have anything on except for my skincare. I didn't put any concealer on my blemishes, nothing, because I really want to see what this does. So I'm just gonna put it on my face. And I have my BK Beauty 101, and we're just gonna see what happens. Ooh, it feels so like cooling and hydrating on my face, y'all, like almost wet. So I'm just gonna take this on the back of my hand and pick it up with the brush like she says to do. Oh, it feels so, ooh, look what it's doing. This is fun. I guess this is why you have to break up the pigment first. But it really, oh my gosh, it really has like this cooling sensation on my face. Picking up some more for my forehead. Okay, I don't know what's happening. I guess it's that pigment that's like gathering around my lip. I'm just gonna take my little sponge and kind of pat that out. Okay, so what do we think? I definitely think that it's extremely light coverage. Now, as far as, so again, this is the side with it, this is the side without. It feels extremely, almost like cooling and hydrating as I'm applying it to my face. I do think maybe I should have put less on the back of my hand so that I could really break up those little pigment bubble thingies, because if you could see while I was putting it on, it was like then they were breaking and it was making it kind of hard for it to blend in. I see it gathered just a little bit here. I don't know if y'all can see that around my nose, but I always add concealer right there anyways. Honestly, it has more coverage than I thought it was gonna have. I really thought it was just gonna almost be like a little moisturizer. I mean, it obviously didn't cover up these beasts that I have right here, but I mean, it did have a little bit of coverage. My skin just looks very like luminous, but I don't even know that I would say that it's dewy, which is kind of weird considering this is like a serum type thing. I really thought that it was just gonna be like really, really dewy, almost like that wet look, but it's really not. It is a little tacky. As you can see, it's when I touch my face, a little bit of it came off. I don't know, y'all. What do we think? I mean, I don't typically ever like love a foundation the first time I've used it. It's pretty, okay? I'm gonna say that much. It's pretty. So I think what I'm gonna do is on this side of my face, I really want to, I'm just gonna do one pump and I'm really gonna make sure that those little bubbles are broken up on the back of my hand before I apply it on my face. So let's try that. Okay, so I'm like really working this in and it still isn't like evenly distributed, as you can see. I mean, I'm like working it in, but I don't want to keep working it in to where all the product is absorbed into the back of my really dry hands. So let's kind of see, let's see what this does. Again, it feels so cooling. Like as soon as I put it on, it has a cooling effect on my face. So I do feel like that really working that pigment in, making sure that it's really, you know, all the little pigment bubbles are busted. I think that is gonna allow for a nicer, prettier, easier application for sure. Oh my gosh, I know I keep talking about it, but it feels so nice on my face, y'all. Just really making sure I pick all of that up. It's doing this really weird thing on my lips. And I don't know why. The pigment is getting stuck around my lips. I don't really know why. I do feel like really making sure that as much as I could, making sure those little pigment bubbles were like completely busted. Ooh, the back of my hand feels nice. It was really dry from like the weather that we've been having and it feels really nice and hydrated. So I'm obviously gonna fix my nose, y'all. I think just with it being the type of foundation that it is, I think I'm just gonna use a little bit of concealer on my nose. I always do that. So it didn't completely cover up my blemishes, which I mean, I wasn't expecting it to. Like I said, it's kind of doing that weird thing around my lips and around my nose, so I'm not sure. I do wanna keep playing around with this though. Maybe try applying it like with my fingers or with a sponge, just other ways. I don't ever love a foundation the first time I use it. I know I just said that, although I take that back. I like really loved the new Salt New York Sneaky Balm. That was love on first application. That stuff is amazing, okay? I don't know. It's really like, I think the thing that I'm most shocked about is it's probably picking up on camera. My skin is not as dewy as I thought it was gonna be. It's still dewy and healthy looking, but it's not like as juicy and like wet as I thought it was gonna be, especially as wet as the formula felt when I was putting it on. I don't know, what do y'all think? The shade's really nice. It looked a lot darker on my hand, but it definitely blended into my skin. It's nice. I don't know yet, but so far it's nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and I wanna apply this concealer on camera for y'all, just so we can kind of see how it plays with this tinted serum. So I have the shade LX030, which I don't think is the lightest shade, but it does look pretty light, so I'm hoping that it'll work. Oh yeah, I think it's gonna work. So first, That's way too much. Oh, sample packs. They're amazing, but they're hard to work with. So I'm gonna add it under my eyes first. Oh, it's a little dark, but we'll make it work. Shade's not as bad as I thought. I think I'm just gonna add a touch more right here because I do have a lot of darkness under my eyes. I'm still not feeling 100% from having COVID. And it shows in my eyes. Okay, well that built very nicely. So the two products definitely worked well together. I feel like they just kind of melded together with one another. The concealer's pretty. I mean, I don't know, I have to wear it for a while. I don't use like the same under eye concealer to cover up my blemishes. I use the NARS, the little pot, soft matte concealer, whatever it's called, to cover up my blemishes. So let's see how this concealer does on my nose. Okay, well, those two products together look absolutely beautiful. Again, the concealer is more dry than I thought it was gonna be. For some reason, I just had it in my mind that it was gonna be a little bit more dewy. I don't know, but it's very, very pretty. I think that now that I've added that concealer, that just kind of took it to another level. Now, I'll play around with it with other concealers, but that looks really pretty. As you can see, I added on my nose. It looks really pretty on my nose. Sometimes concealers, when I add them on my nose, they just look like, oh my God, she's got concealer on her nose. I don't feel like this one looks that way. It's really pretty. So I'm gonna finish up my face. I think for bronzer, I'm gonna use my Salt New York, the little cream tint pro. I'm gonna use the Rose Ink blush in Azalea, because that's one of the samples that I have. I'm not gonna set it with any powder. I might just add a tiny, tiny little bit under my eyes because that's what I always do, but I don't wanna set this with powder because I really wanna see how it wears. I'm gonna go do that and I'll be back with my final thoughts. Okay, so this is the finished look. Like I said, I finished up my eyes, which this eye look, as well as a review on what I'm wearing, is coming on Thursday. Y'all, it's the new Chantecaille Giraffe Eye Quad. Anyways, I have a full video on that coming on Thursday, but I finished up my look. I used my Salt New York bronzer and contour, the Cream Tint Pro, and then I used the sample that I had of this Rose Ink blush in Azalea. It's on my cheeks and it's on my lips, and I'm speechless, y'all. Like, this blush, I've never seen a cream blush where it blurs my skin, and it like pretty much completely dried down. Like, it's not tacky anymore. I didn't add any, I added a little bit of powder right here under my eyes and on my blemishes because I covered them up, but it's like almost completely set down, and like, look how pretty it looks on my lips. Like, I really, really love it. So I'm definitely gonna be picking that up. The verdict's still out on the concealer. If I did pick it up, I would definitely pick up a lighter shade because it is a little dark for my taste, but that's okay. I still like it. If I like how it wears, I might pick it up whenever I do pick up this blush. So this tinted serum, I don't hate it, okay? I don't hate it. I think that this finished look really is beautiful. I think that my skin, it just has almost like this natural finish. Like I said earlier, it's not as dewy or as juicy as I thought it was gonna be, but that's not a bad thing, okay? Especially when, you know, you're not wanting like your hair to get stuck to your face or anything like that. Now, as far as the application, I do wanna play around with it, okay? It might just be that the brush isn't like how I would like to apply it. So I am gonna play around with it. I'm gonna try applying it with a sponge. I'm gonna try applying it with just my fingers. I think that that might be the best way in my opinion, but I don't know. I'll try it that way and I'll leave a pinned comment down below letting you know what I prefer. I don't know if I like love it, but I definitely don't hate it. Okay, and as far as the ingredients, it does have hyaluronic acid, which I feel like sometimes maybe breaks me out. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't hate it. but I don't love it yet. But I do love, honestly, how my complexion looks right now. So I don't know. We'll just have to see. I'm going to play around with it. I'll let y'all know. So let me know in the comment section down below. Did you pick this up? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Also, do you have anything else from Rose Inc, like the blushes or the concealers? If you do you love those? Like I said, I'm definitely picking up this blush. Also, if you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you like my content, please hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as part of our little fam here on YouTube. And if you're not following me over on Instagram, it's at beautybykaylak. I'd love to see you over there too. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video.